Hello, and welcome to Tourism Today, where we discuss all things travel and tourism for Yakima, Yakima Valley, and beyond. Now, I'm John Cooper with Yakima Valley Tourism, and today, as you can see, I'm in the Yakima Convention Center. This iconic building has been around for many years, and it does a lot for Yakima and the Yakima Valley. Each year, anywhere between 80 to 90,000 people will attend an event here in the center, and it generates more than $12 million directly into our local economy. And if you've been around the center anytime in the past few months, you may have noticed that there's a major construction project going on. So joining me today to talk about this is Connie Upton, our General Manager of the Convention Center. Connie, welcome to the program.
Thank you, John.
So Connie, to start us off, why don't you give us a little bit of history about the Convention Center?
Okay, you are right. It has been around for a long time. This building actually was in the works back in the late 60s, early 70s. City leaders wanted to get a convention center in Yakima. And once a funding source became available, the plan came into reality. It opened in 1977, and the debt service was retired by hotel motel tax. That's the tax that's charged on hotel rooms. So it's folks coming from outside the area, coming to Yakima, staying in the hotel rooms, and then they go home. The convention center itself is owned by the city of Yakima, but a lot of people in the community do not realize that Yakima Valley Tourism actually manages the convention center. They've managed it since its opening in 1977, and it's been a very good partnership. Yakima Valley's mission is to bring people to Yakima and the Yakima Valley, and what better way to do that than bringing conventioners into Yakima?
Now, as I had mentioned, the center is going through another expansion. Since it opened back in 77, it's seen 2 expansions of the building and the addition of a plaza. And so why don't you tell us about this new expansion on the north end of the building?
Okay, thank you. It is the 4th expansion of the convention center. The plaza was actually added back there in 2010 also. We need to grow this facility to meet the needs of our meeting planners. And there's different needs for different groups, whether they be breakout rooms or general sessions, sometimes trade shows. In addition to that, we're at the cusp of losing many convention groups because they will outgrow our facilities. So just adding space as a whole, whether it be for a trade show event, a dinner, adding more breakout rooms so they can have more sessions to attend. That is why we're doing this. It gives us the opportunity to possibly hold 2 smaller groups at one time, or again, accommodating those that are getting bigger. This is the largest expansion the convention center has undergone. We are adding a little over 18,000 square feet, and the Grand Hall, or it's also referred to as the Alex DCO Ballroom, will be just a little over 30,000 square feet. So not taking social distancing into consideration, you could invite up to 3,000 of your closest friends, 2,000 of your closest friends. Then we have the 3 breakout rooms on the far north end, which they're just designed amazingly. 2 of the 3 rooms will have glass walls in them leading out to the lobby area. This will allow us a lot of flexibility as far as opening up that area to the pre-function space, the lobby area, whether it be maybe a cocktail hour, maybe it be registration, just a break during the day. But our whole goal and plan in this expansion is to provide flexibility because that is what we try to do for all the wide variety of groups that we host in the facility.
And certainly with regards to COVID and how that's had an effect on meetings and groups, having more space, especially wide open spaces that we're adding, will be of benefit for the need for groups to have to social distance as well as different sizes and various other services. Now, Connie, you've been with the Convention Center for some 25 years. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you've been involved in all those expansions. How is this one different?
Well, probably the biggest difference is 2 months into this project, the pandemic hit. So our building's been closed. We have not had that opportunity, or we didn't have that opportunity with our other expansions. But what this did allow for us this time was part of the program is that while we're adding space on, we're also renovating what is existing. We want to make it look seamless from the building that was opened in 1977 to 2002 to 2020. So it gave us that opportunity to switch things around a little bit, and we worked on the inside of the facility in what was the existing space. So we were able to lay the new carpet, some vinyl, wall coverings. We're doing some light fixtures, and with it, we did some back of the house things that, aren't pretty and popular and that, but they have to be done to make the facility functional. The other thing is, this is the largest project we've done, square footage wise, space wise. So there's more things to do. There's more things to watch over. There's more things to keep track of. There's more equipment that we're going to need. So really it's just more of everything. And we're just working through it as it comes day by day. I don't think that this expansion could have come at a better time, even though the pandemic occurred at this time, because as you mentioned, social distancing is a word we never heard prior to this year. Well, now it's all that we hear. With 18,000 more square feet, we will be able to socially distance a lot more people. In fact, it will give us a competitive edge over our closest competitors, Tri-Cities, Wenatchee. We will actually be the third largest in the state as far as meeting space. So once we get to open up the expansion and host all the groups that come in, we'll be able to meet their needs probably better than some of our other facilities around the state.
And it's known as the Yakima Convention Center, but we do more than conventions, as many people in the community knows. It's an event center of sorts where we have weddings, auctions, Rotary has their lunch, company holiday parties, trade shows, quinceaneras, car shows. I mean, the list goes on. So you think the local community will be able to do more events here in the facility when it's done?
Oh, absolutely. That's what we've tried to do all along, is be as flexible as we possibly can. And we've hosted almost anything that you can imagine. And at this point, possibly host a couple of them at the same time.
And when do we project the expansion will be done?
Well, technically, the contractors have till it's late March. I believe it's the 27th or 28th of 2021. However, it does seem that they're tracking way ahead of the game. So I'm thinking it's going to be early 2020.
21. Okay. Well, good. That's something definitely for us to look forward to next year, and a new addition and a new asset to our community. I want to thank you, Connie, not only for joining us today, but for all the hard work you've been putting in during this time period as the project's been underway and the facility's been closed down for the time being. But we really look forward to not only the addition opening up, but for the facility, even before that happens, to open up in the near future so that we can bring groups back into the building and people can start having activities here. And we'll be filling everybody in on all those activities as we get closer. And we hope that we'll see you in the convention center sometime down the road. Again, I'm John Cooper with Yakima Valley Tourism, and thank you for joining us today. See you next time.